I was so excited Friday. The radiation went fine. And I thought to myself, I have 2 days off. Turns out, joke's on me. Cancer doesn't take a day off. Thursday and Friday, I had been going to sleep at about 7:30. Probably sound asleep by 8:30 or 9 for sure. My father-in-law had texted me Friday night at 9 p.m. I had been sound asleep. So I saw that text first thing Saturday morning. The text went something like this. I think I'd like to go to the ER to get some fluids sometime tomorrow. So, needless to say, I got up, I took care of the dogs, I texted him back that I would do that, but I also contacted the cancer doctor, which meant the 24-hour helpline. You call them, it takes forever for them to pick up. By the time you get to talk to somebody, it's the answering service. That person takes your number, passes it along to the doctor, who is the one covering for his regular oncologist. That doctor called me back right away, which was super. And he said, just take him to the ER and we'll handle it. It's also at this point that I find out my father-in-law hasn't been taking any of his heart medications for a week. So when we got to the ER, I let him do the talking. I took the thickest cookbook possible because really no one thought he really needed fluids. His blood work 2 days or 3 days prior had been fine. His electrolytes were good and his kidney function was also good. So when we got to the ER, we checked in. It was an absolutely empty emergency room. But we also went pretty early in the morning. And they made him put a hospital gown on. They put an IV drip on him, kept asking him why he was there. I think he likes the company. He's very used to the hospital. He is a physician who worked in that hospital for years, decades actually. So they put the bag on a very slow drip. And I read my cookbook. I thought, I'm not going to give him any more attention. I answered every question. I was very kind. I was very quiet. I did pay attention every time someone would attend to him. And I ran and got a urinal when he needed that. And I left the room, and that gave me a few minutes to myself. I was catching everyone up that I needed to by text. After about an hour and a half of fluids, which were going in extremely slowly, I asked him, are you feeling any bit noticeably better? Oh, yes, he replied. How much has gone in? I said, well, the bag is this big, and you've had only this much. Easily, less than 10%, not even. About an hour later, he asked again how much had gone in. So I got up, took the bag down, and showed him. Wow, he said, at this rate, we'll be here all day. Well, I'm not exactly sure what he thought was going to happen, but you can imagine my mood was starting to decline. So much for my Saturday, and it was cold, but it was sunshiny out. Long story short, they let us go home, and I went home and cooked 2 recipes in that book.